Oh. It's like the batter, after the batter, after the batter. It's in the hole.
Behind the scenes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Mm-hmm. It's just updating. It's done.
Welcome back, everybody. The Magic Card Pass Ride. Zach Malosh, Ryan Westfall.
Yep. Yep.
We're here. We're live. We're live on YouTube. We're doing the cast live simultaneously.
Mm-hmm. Multitasking.
Fuck it.
Multipass. Lulu Dallas. Multipass. What are we even doing with our lives right now?
Man, that is the question I'm sure on a lot of people's minds right now.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we even together?
Yeah.
Why are we in the same room together?
It's not. People, you know what? People went to Mardi Gras. People went to Mardi Gras.
Did you hear about 40 police SUVs came in and crashed in on Bourbon Street?
Yeah.
And we're like, get out. That was weeks ago.
That was calling the party off.
Yeah.
That blows my mind that people are doing that still. And that, people are packing into certain places where they don't need to. That's not a supermarket or a store for essentials. Essential oils. But yeah.
And that was weeks ago, too. I got an update today that was like, caution even going and getting essentials. Just if you don't need essentials, don't go. Like if you got everything you need.
There was a mega church that was packed on Sunday. And I think even Trump was telling people to go to church on Easter. But that's a whole nother story.
What are you going to do? Yeah. Well, shout out. In height of all this, we've definitely, everybody has seen, we're on YouTube now.
Yeah.
And we've gotten definitely a lot of good responses with the YouTube channel as opposed to the podcast channel. So that's great.
Hey, cool.
So
thanks.
We'll
we
keep
see
that
where you
rocking.
guys are at.
So shout out to everybody that's been following that.
People want more forms of media, man, not just audio. They need the video, the whole deal. That's why we're in this top of the line studio right here. And bringing it to you.
Le Boog West.
Le Boog West.
But nonetheless, we're a golf podcast.
Yeah.
And we got to bring it to you.
Even though there's no golf to play and there's no golf to talk about, we're still going to find things to talk about. Por ejemplo, Phil Mickelson hinted at a round 2. I guess he got riled up from some cats on Twitter about challenging Tiger for another round.
I did see something on that.
And Phil loves his money, so
and they were okay. I remember this now. So someone had said like, "Hey, is there any chance of?" And he was like, "It's in the works."
Or I'm working on it.
We're working
on it in the works. One of those things. Yeah,
both the same.
Yeah, one in the same. Both phrases, comments.
Wow.
But then did you see that shit on ESPN? I didn't read the entire article. I just like to browse. But this cat wrote an article. What if Tom Brady and Peyton Manning were to join alongside Tiger and Phil? Kind of mind-blowing.
I'm sorry for the dead air, folks, but wow, what?
Yeah. Because the concept itself is just straight out of Hollywood production.
Because you just sucked the air out of me right now. Because I was like, literally like, awesome,
fantastic.
Because Power of the Pod, we talked about if we just did this every Thanksgiving, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Somebody face off. But then someone said, hey, you and Phil. But now you're telling me.
Bringing in mega superstars who are also golfers and decent ones to boot, who could challenge each other. I think Tom Brady and Peyton are probably.
So we're looking at a Pro-Am format.
Of
course.
More millions.
Oh, of course.
How bad will the pro golfers look when they keep their money when Brady and Manning give theirs to charity? That's my question.
I know.
Phil be like, wait, what charity? No.
Even my lady with the match, she was like, where was all that money going to? I was like, that's theirs.
That's going in their pocket. And she's smart enough to know most of those little tournaments that they do, those side tournaments, those people donate the monies to their charities.
Right.
But,
well, especially the AMs, which are usually celebrities.
And the irony is that's when they're like $250K or like $1 million. This one was $10 million. 10 years. 10 years, $10 million.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
Well,
it's an idea.
Personally, I would love it. I don't think there's anything wrong social distancing aside, that is a great idea.
Yeah.
And I think guys like that and people, I guess, not in power, but like musicians, singers, lead singers of bands,
celebrities in general. Yeah.
Even if you're a band with a following,
yeah,
your singers should be out there doing something to support the community, and we're here for you.
I'm sure Joe Don Rooney's out there doing something with the game and the community as much as he can.
Fucking David Ledbetter's out there doing something right now. You know what I mean?
Wearing a stupid hat, probably.
Right, but nonetheless, it's something that's got to be done. But
I think it would be great for people. People need like a little bit of something like that. And you're right. As far as a sporting event, as we like to preach, we've beaten it dry. Golf's perfect. You get a camera crew out there. You get 4 dudes, and they're separate.
You don't need much.
You don't need much. There's not going to be any people allowed to be there. It's not, that's fine. But you could do this right now. Amidst this crisis.
And to close out my point to both things that I mentioned is just inspiration.
Yeah,
it's just you just got to keep it forward. It might be minimal.
Yeah.
The Masters may be 5 people there, but at least the Masters get done.
Dude, we would be talking about the Masters right now. It's coming. It would be coming up next week, right? April 7th, right? Or was it?
Yeah, all the other show scripts out of the question.
Yeah.
It'd be the second. It's a second weekend of April now.
Second, the 12th or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, because they do the women's now and.
Oh yeah. But either way, it's April. We'd be talking about it. I mean,
we'd be gearing up right now.
Yeah.
Well, the players would be done.
I'm grinding away on on season 2. Krusty Bitch is my guy, and he's crushing it. I gotta tell you, man, I finally did. I switched it into the hard shit. I took it in a tour pro mode, so you can't do all the like tappy, fade, tap, spin, and use all the power.
Right.
And then
I love that.
And then show the putter line and all that. I took it hardcore, and I think I'm doing better, man. I'm reading the greens on the game. It's fun. It's the only golf I got.
Speaking of which, we had a couple listeners chime in. What is up? I did a little bit of research, but Phil Mickelson in a video game?
Oh no! Yeah, look, he hasn't been. It's true, or at least it's true according to that Reddit article I've stumbled upon.
Yeah, people, I got sent that same Reddit.
That's it. That's the only source right now. It's hard to find random bits of info unless there's an article written on it, and it just so happens there is. But again, wasn't I just Phil loves his money, dude? I bet you they just wouldn't pay him enough. And Lee Jansen's like, oh, that sounds good. Just, here, let's take some pictures. Phil Mickelson's like, nah, bro, you got to come hard with the cash.
Because I even mentioned, because I've seen his name on the 2012 Masters Edition. You see his name. Like, if you're in a season, you see his name. But you never see him.
True.
You don't battle him, but you see his name.
His name pops up.
Yeah, because...
I love the names that pop up on the leaderboard. I'm like, what is Ola Thobel doing over here? This is 2012, bro. Give me a break.
Oh man,
Mickey Miller, shout out.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, dude, this poor guy, man. This is a terrible thing. I just gotta tell you, but he moved to Texas, right? We were talking about that. Dude, some process of the moving, there was a busted water line, but they didn't know until to turn the water on, right? Because nobody lived in the house. So the movers came in and moved all of his furniture in, and then he was scheduled to come the 2 days later, and then at some point before he got there, being nice tenants, they turn the water on, not knowing there's a busted line. He gets in to find his brand new house with 2 inches of water in the family room, in the entire room.
Oh my goodness!
And to boot, goes in his backyard. Where's my barbecue and my lawn furniture? People jacked it. What kind of? Apparently, it's a common thing because
it's an unpopulated area.
It's a brand new development, so they see these moving trucks dump all the equipment, and they're like, sense. "Oh yeah, these people won't be here for a couple of days. Let's go steal some shit."
You don't even gotta tell me. Yeah.
People suck, man.
Well, it kind of goes back to the last show when you were talking about like if Bay Area Golf had to go on honor system, and you're like, first of all, the box would get jacked. Yeah. Okay. First and foremost, that thing's gone. Anything filled with money is gone.
America's honor system is get honor and stay honor.
Bay. Yeah. But in theory, it'd be a good idea with that.
God, I can't believe courses are actually doing that. Is tremendous.
Yeah, I've only really heard of that in LA, and with that, it's online.
Yeah,
it's all online. Bookings.
What's crazy about this? These courses being shut down and some of them being open. It is city to city. It's county to county rather.
Right.
And I thought when Mark moved to Texas, I thought he'd be able to. and definitely there's certain parts of Texas where still the Wild West. Speaking of that, people carry sidearms in their holsters all, like every once in a while you'd see them just cruising into Walmart. But yeah, no, there's his shit's shut down. He's on lockdown, and it's county to county, which right now we can drive an hour and a half, right?
Right.
To go play.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of weird because like Colorado is kind of just going.
Really?
I see. Well,
man, there's
Colorado Blog and what's that?
Colorado Blog.
Butsy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Shot the Butsy. We never shot that.
No,
guy
but
out.
I don't think those dudes are playing like golf. Are they?
Yeah, they're playing, and they're all in Colorado. They're out.
We were I mean, there's a lot of states that are just like they are not getting the picture on how serious this thing is.
And if not for nothing, too, like even I was talking to our good buddy Phil, and he was like, "So is Pebble closed?" And I was like, "Yeah, Pebble closed 2 weeks ago." And he was like, "Whoa, I didn't even know."
We didn't know.
I had no idea how extensive this golf course thing was.
They're all. I mean, they just reopened in the Central Valley.
Oh, really?
So that's why you go to Tracy, Modesto.
So that's why the whole Tracy
Fresno. I think Sac probably. Yeah.
I don't think they've closed yet.
Gilbert hit me up the day that it was. He was like, "Cool," and I was like, "Bro, my knees." Like, "Oh yeah, that's right." Yeah. So either way, I mean, I'm jonesing, dude. My new job. There's my boss has golf clubs kind of laying around the wall, and I'm just like, picking them up and chipping on carpet. And it's just like.
Your putting game better be fucking fire when you come back.
Oh, my putting game is going to be fire, and I'm not for $1 million going to tell anybody on air or you, bro to bro, the secret of why my putting game is going to be good, but it's going to be good. I'm going to come in locked. I figured it out with putting.
I don't mind because I'm a better putter than you, so.
No, I figured it out, man. Shit's turning, bro.
And he doesn't deny it.
I'm going to make good on my greens in reg.
In the GERS.
In 2 months.
Oh man,
2 months.
Man,
are you supposed to be flashing that in the thing? Oh, it doesn't matter.
I've been kind of going backwards. I don't know,
bro. We're all sponsored by Corona right now, so
this is true.
So
this is true. Cheers. Yeah. So I know we said in the last show that we probably weren't going to meet up too much, but I did get a notice today that said everybody back up, which we mentioned.
Yeah.
So we might want to consider it.
Yeah.
The Zoom. I want to hit up Bogey Brothers and get a Zoom. The 4 of us.
That's a good idea.
The 4 of us.
That's a great idea.
So
have they been rocking? I haven't really been paying attention to any social world.
They did a rain mission.
Nice.
And then that was it.
But this was.
I haven't seen anything. They just they got some interviews. They were featured on some podcasts, but. Yeah, we just need to hit them up, see what's going on.
And I mean, the thing is we have to wait a little while. We have to wait. Well, doing a Zoom would be fine, but
yeah.
I even do feel bad like getting all jones about golfing and promoting going out and golfing. But
I know.
Jeez.
Well, it'd be cool to talk to Bogey Brothers because they're in another county or fucking a whole other city.
Yeah. Well
right. And we haven't met yet, so that's the cool thing. It's like we can meet and we can do it on Zoom.
We could. We're all professionals. We'll pull that off.
Yeah. It's fucking no problem.
It's nice to reach out and shout out to our social community of podcasting
social
golf addict friends. Yeah.
Golf addict friends. I like that. But yeah, there's not a lot of golf news, so it's hard for guys like us to keep going, but
I did want to say
I'm not tripping so much.
I did want to say, what was the? Oh shit! Oh, my thing's on trying to figure out its software update right now, so my whole system is locked in. Oh yeah, Anthony Kim, bro. We said we
weren't going to talk about.
We promised we were going to follow up on Anthony Kim.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to follow up on because the dude did in fact vanish off the face of the earth. There's absolutely nothing to bring up in regards to his name.
Yeah, and even. I kind of said something the other day about his like epic Vegas stories. Even then, when you search like Anthony Kim, there's like a 2020 article, but it's something somebody wrote. Everything else is like epic Vegas waitress stories, like the tips he left, and this or that.
The only thing was the song. Somebody went to the troubles of making a song about the dude.
That was late. That was recent.
Yeah, that was recent. That was the only thing. In fact, that may have been what you saw just because it was the only recent thing. And all it is some dude like writing a song about like, where did you go, where have you gone, it's sad you left. It's kind of weird and melodramatic, and it's kind of funny. But then I lost interest and I didn't watch the rest of it, listen to the rest of it. But
it wasn't a very good song.
But it is true. I mean, that's one of those guys. We saw that with skateboarders all the time. But that makes sense, right? Because you blow up your legs, you hurt your back. All of a sudden, your sponsors drop you, and you just disappear.
Or you get burnt out. Like look at Brian Wenning. With skateboarding, he just got burnt out. Tom Penny, he just got burnt out.
All those guys just kind of run away because
the spotlight got too big. They're just trying to skate. They don't give a fuck.
They're just introverted little. Just leave me alone. Let me be the best ever. They don't even want to.
Cause same with golf and same with skateboarding. Like there is a point when like you're just that good guy, especially with skateboarding. There wasn't like the platform that it's on now, where it was just that good guy in your hood, which was like for us, the greats, right? Like we brushed shoulders with Steve Caballero out of Spain.
Oh yeah.
Or
bro, I went to
Diego.
I got rebaptized by Salman Agha. Like that guy, that was my dude. They were on snowboarding missions. Yeah.
It wasn't a surprise if you ran into Mark Johnson in Los Gatos skating the same ledge.
Yeah.
And he might do a nollie flip into something or whatever the fuck, but he's applauding you when you just do your half cab no slide that you finally learned.
Dude, you know what I mean? I told you this story, but I got a clap from Mark Johnson at what's it called? The park with the little stage in Sunnyvale.
Oh, Bowers.
Bowers, dude.
Yeah.
I did a little manual on the stage, kick flipped out of the manual back when I was good. Got a little clap from Mark Johnson. He then proceeded to fall so hard, but he landed that switch hard flip back tail that was on the Tilt Mo video.
Yeah.
Me and Turner saw it. I was there with Turnas. It was a random day, but legends.
So, yeah, not to stray too far, but there's a lot of relation to the fact of golfers in general and skaters in general that there's those favorites that pop up, and they're gone.
Well, that's just in every sport, dude. I mean, like, there's just people like that just disappear and just fall from grace so hard.
That is true.
The thing is with major sports, though, the difference between golf and skateboarding to compare it is like if you are Barry Zito is a great example. That dude got a contract where he was getting $20 million a year, and he sucked. And granted, he came back so hard in those 2014 playoffs and World Series that it kind of made it all worth it. But before that happened, everybody wanted to just have Barry Zito shot in the street. And because he was terrible, I remember Gary Radnich talking about it all the time. You got to get the guy out on the mound and let him make starts. Why? He's terrible. His ERA is 6.84. Why do you keep throwing him out there? Because you're paying him that much money. Yeah. You got to throw him out there. And that concept doesn't happen in golf or in a lot of single person sports, because if you aren't performing, you're done. You just don't compete anymore. If you fall off, you're off, like Jordan Spieth.
Yeah. Oh man. So, wow. Okay, so we're jumping now. So is Jordan Spieth the Barry Zito of golf right now?
Ooh, that's a good. That's not even jumping. That's segue.
That's a great.
I mean, he's still got the sponsorships, right? So he's still making money, and he hasn't been doing like cellar
high caliber.
But you know what?
Fell off.
Zito wasn't in the cellar either. He had high expectations because how much he was being paid, right? Same thing for Spieth. He's got high expectations.
It was the same thing.
He's kind of like
he got paid more for his wins, but then he fucking.
I mean, Spieth's doing better than his boy Smiley, right? But he's not doing as good as like those consistent Justin and Hideki's and people that just perform. Tony Finau, Patrick Reed, those guys have they're not winning 3 times a year like Jordan was a few years ago. They're not winning majors,
right?
But they're constantly in the top 10, top 20, top 25. And Spieth if he gets in a top 10, I'm like, Spieth, yeah, you're coming back, and it's like something to celebrate.
Well, it's kind of, and that's the Zito, right? Like, because
you're right
with Gary and with what you're saying when Zito got here, that's all you could ask for. All you could ask for was a great game, and then we went to the World Series, and he capitalized when we needed him. That was it. With that 80-mile-an-hour fucking fastball, and that 80-mile-an-hour changeup.
He was not
that 80-mile-an-hour curveball.
He was not flattening the curve. He was not.
He was
Barry Zito was,
I hope he's quarantining right now.
Shit, sure. Man. 6 years ago, he was a poor example.
Yeah.
God.
But heavy comparison there, though. Too.
It's great. To answer your question, yes, Jordan Spieth is the Barry Zito of golf right now.
Wow.
That's such a great little comparison because
it burst a bubble for me because. Oh my God! But I hope this helps a lot of people with Spieth.
But to my and you know what, it could be on a longer scale as far as duration. Like a season of baseball is pretty long. A season of golf, it seems like it's not as
real quick.
Even though it's wraparound.
Real quick, the longevity of a golfer is a lot longer than a baseball player.
Big time, yeah. So Spieth has time.
Same age kind of length when they came in too.
And let's not forget, Barry was kind of at the end. I mean, his prime years were in Oakland with Tim Hudson and Mark Mulder.
Oh my God,
and that was
so much more though too, because now you're looking at because you're right with that, right? Yeah. But Spieth's not in his prime. He wasn't even at his prime when he hit those. He hit that burst.
Here's the thing:
he should be in his prime right now.
He should be, and if that was his prime, then that's sad for Spieth because he's still going to have a decent, potentially a Hall of Fame worthy career. That's the crazy thing about Jordan Spieth. His career right now, I'm not saying if he falls off completely, maybe not, but as long as he wins over the next 10, 20 years, he's probably going to go to the Hall of Fame. Dude's got 3 majors. He's one leg away from a career Grand Slam. And he's got, 10 wins plus to boot.
So crazy, yeah.
So, that's decent golf. So we'll see, man. And he's 6 or something?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So Spieth's time is not done. But yeah, major league sports where you're on a team, they're going to keep pumping you out. I don't know, baseball more than anything. Because if you're not performing in football, you take a back seat a lot, right?
Right away, usually. You're in and out.
Yeah.
And the golf and baseball comparison is relative because most baseball players come into light and then you're just like, oh, like Matt Duffy. Let's just put it on
Matt Duffy.
Not being homers, but on our end, and even when he left.
Hey, after his leg healed in Tampa, he started raking, dude. He started hitting like he was here.
But okay, so let's put it in perspective for a fan though. Now he's gone.
Yeah.
And what have you heard from him since?
He busted his shit as soon as he landed in Tampa, like 2 weeks later, and we were all like,
yes.
"Ooh, good call, Sabes." But yeah, but speaking of baseball, I got one thing to say to
Rest
Apple,
in peace, opening day.
to Apple, even though I have an Apple, and to the MLB Network. Yeah, you just charged me $20 for my MLB renewal for my app without a baseball season. What kind of shit is that?
In case you didn't, because the listeners can't hear it, but Ryan gave a big middle finger.
Yeah.
To MLB Network, and I completely agree.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you gonna do?
That's a good app. $20. Every time they charge me, I'm like,
what game are you gonna watch? Bro? What game are you not gonna watch? You can see on ESPN.
Well, here's the other thing. Right, this is the thing that bothers me. Now I'm just getting mad, but you're right. It's my fault for not canceling earlier. They black out Giants games, so I can't even watch the games I want to watch from the app. Like, do I really need to see a Pittsburgh-Cleveland game like in the middle of the day? No.
I'm really frustrated right now. That frustrates me.
Yeah.
Because what's the point?
Yeah.
What's the point? But I think this it comes down to broadcasting in local networks, so they're not gonna show your shit on the app if you live in the network area, right? You should have cable.
The blackout thing is just the dumbest thing ever.
As a Raider fan, I've dealt with the blackout a good portion of my life, so I've understood and know the ways of the blackout.
I don't have to tell you. Raiders fan.
It is terrible.
Yeah. No, Two things Raiders fans are all familiar with: blackouts, tuck rules. Jesus. And Las Vegas.
They had a commercial about Vegas the other day, and even our good buddy Phil was telling us about, or just saying how like the A's will probably move to Vegas, and that's a whole nother topic. But it's just like, good God, you know what I mean? Like I heard something, and I was just like, what do I do? It was Larry Krueger on KMBR. He was like, and all the Raider fans are going to join the Raiders. And I'm just like, in my head, this was actually today on the way to the studio. I was like, do I need to finally deal with the fact that my team is finally just one of the teams that I like now? Because being a big MLB hockey fan, right? Like I'm MLB, hockey, golf, and everything else. NFL, I love. Didn't play it, so I don't have that attachment to it, but I love fucking football. I love everything about it.
Yeah.
Like I've mentioned before. And
you love the Raiders.
I love the Raiders, man, but now with this move for me personally, I'm just like, you might just be my team. And we've talked about this in another show about what you do.
If this is a confession, then that's fine, dude. You're blessed, man. There's nothing wrong with you. Should be.
This is just football. I know. Is just football.
How are you not going to be a Raiders fan though? Like just because you have to be like fuck Vegas.
No,
whatever.
I'm a Raider fan. It's like me being an Indians fan though now. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm gonna like the Raiders. I'm gonna love the Raiders, but it's just like I'm not gonna buy their gear anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to follow the team, and if they disappoint me, hey, they're not in my backyard, so I don't have any attachment if I'm just like... But again, I don't have any attachment to any football
Speaking of their uniforms, do you know if they're going to be, like, just... Are they going to change? They're not going to mess with
it.
Okay.
It's a little, like, brighter.
If they make it Vegas, bright, if they put the Vegas...
It's like it's not like the Knights or anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like Vegas Knights.
Barf, dude.
It's weird. It puts a guy like me in a weird position.
You know what though? The Raiders are the team that have moved around more than
but that's part of my problem though, too. You know what I mean? It's like.
But Oakland and LA are cool. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, and we brought it up before, and I said this before. Like
Vegas is cool
once you
too.
move the states, it's like, do you have to have an obligation to your team once they move a state? Right? Like, you're a state over now.
I don't know.
You're not even in my realm. And I'm not saying I'm going to be like, now I'm a Niner fan. I'm just saying, like, now I'm in limbo. Like, I just don't have a team. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a LA Rams fan and they moved to St. Louis, when they moved to St. Louis, how many people followed them to St. Louis?
Bro, I can't.
And then they came back, so fuck you.
I can't even answer your question of do you know what I mean? If I did, I'd be lying. It's like saying I know how you feel having a child. Like, I just don't know what you mean. Like, I do, but I don't.
I literally just let you into my conversation I had in my head from my house to the studio, pick up a bass, pick up a talk box, come back to the house to meet you. That's the conversation I had in my brain the whole way there. And oh shit, my daughter's probably driving my lady crazy right now.
If you think about it, this podcast is just a reiteration of all the thoughts we compile throughout the day.
I know.
And then just release it all into the ether. There it is.
Serious. Well, hopefully, I'd like to think that we say the things that most people can't.
I got a funny, just anecdotal story.
Okay.
I just started at my new job, and due to the timing of my job, I'm going to historically be looked at on paper as soon as this dude started at our job, we stopped making money entirely.
Oh, man. You're instantly the curse.
This is tongue-in-cheek, and it's the ongoing joke, but within the last week, I was fortunate enough to be able to start within this last week with all the turmoil and such. But as an essential business, they could do it. I'm beyond pleased. Yeah. And now we're not making any money because all of our shipments are stopped. Nobody's paying. Invoices are on hold. Everything is just shut down. Unlike other businesses where you could continue, if you're a software or a SaaS company, you could just rock that, dude. You could still do your presentations, make your, but people are, even in those business and industries, people are hesitant to cut checks, man. Nobody wants to cut checks right now. So it's just it's funny, but hey, man, whatever. The world must turn, as they say. Didn't some actor just die from As the World Turns, that soap opera?
Oh, I don't know.
Pretty sure.
I haven't been involved with that because I've been mixing an album. And I was even telling our good buddy Phil today that if we're gonna get somebody to master it, with everything slowed down, why were we gonna send it to anybody? Something that we could do in 5 days through a program.
It's true.
Someone could do, and not to take away from our environment and supporting people that do still mastering by ear. I get it done in 5 days. What takes you 2 weeks for $1,200? You know what I mean? By myself. So that's the conversation we were having before the show today.
We have a lot of things going on right now.
Oh my god!
If
this isn't the show isn't enough.
Well, yeah, this show I think is more of like just a place for us to vent than anything else right now. But like you said, people are probably like, man, I want to vent too, and I mean, just venting is like people are going crazy right now, locked at home, not going to work, not getting shit done, not able to do their fun activities, not going to go to bars and drink and be social. So this is the best exercise of all to get to do this, because even though it's just me and you talking, and we talk for a lot of time with each other over the years, we're projecting to an audience, so it feels like we're actually you know, we got a little community going. If anybody's listening, it's a better feeling for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Not like you 37 people give a shit.
No, but I mean, and that's the truth too, you know? Fuck. I'm in a sense, like, because, you know, I've already had people reach out to us and be like, dude, your shows are like 40, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, is that too much? They're like, no, that's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's perfect. Like, that's either my commute, that's either when I'm doing dishes. Because personally, when I listen to podcasts or something I'm catching up on, I'm doing dishes.
Yeah.
When I'm mixing down our album, I'll let you know right now that I'm basically listening to our mixes while I'm doing dishes and then cutting them down. Sorry about that. Woo.
Yeah. We had a little camera adjustment. Shit slipped.
Nah. What are you going to do? Price to pay when you're trying to jump the ranks and hit the YouTube.
I think it slipped at the very beginning and then continued to slip. And then
well, it wasn't us.
You know,
it was the camera. That's for sure.
There's no time for slipping.
Anyway, we was slipping.
Yeah.
No time for slipping.
Time for sipping. Time for sipping.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, man. After that.
Yeah,
dogs got out. The dogs were running around. It was crazy.
Dogs and cats living under the same roof.
But
it'll be anarchy.
But anyway, what were we talking about before that?
Nothing really.
No, it was mixing the album and listening to podcasts. Yeah. But anyway, my favorite podcast, actually, funny enough, my favorite podcast right now is cleaning up and feeding the daughter and listening to my lady and her coworkers on their Zoom interviews.
Oh, that's your podcast?
That's my new podcast right now, dude. Yeah,
just listening to Talk Shop.
Talk Shop. What are they doing? How are we gonna get how are we gonna get the education to the kids right now? It's basically
what are they doing? Giving them iPads and stuff?
So, well, funny enough, most schools are like iPad oriented. Yeah. Everything's like Surface Pros and all that shit.
Yeah,
the Pat. It's the Pat lifestyle.
Yeah.
So that's what they're trying to utilize and getting kids all that shit so they can put out their little online work programs and what have you. But not to put anybody on blast, but today's funny little quick story. I was rolling and I was even chiming in because one of them had a birthday and they had a meeting today. And it was just funny because they were just like, oh, we could have rescheduled. She was like, oh, whatever, you know, but it was her birthday. She was kind of funny. That's just all I got to say. It was hilarious commentary in the background.
Funny?
Yeah, like from... She, you know what I mean?
Hey, it's your birthday, you know?
Yeah, she was still working on her birthday. And so that's my podcast right now in the morning, is listening to them kind of go through their day-to-day. While that's going on, my daughter pops up on my lady's lap and is like yelling at everybody.
Oh man,
you know
so my lady's been working at home for the past few weeks, and she's on a lot of like phone calls and conference calls, and I'm just inadvertently gathering information about what's going on in the company. So
same here. Yeah.
And then I'm just like I feel the need compelled to just be like, oh, by the way, babe, did you ever fire that one lady? Like, oh yeah, we're about to. Okay, just making sure because Jeff said that it really needs to happen before the quarter. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. It's funny too because they're like, so how are we gonna like distribute this to the kids like digitally? And they're like, well, we could do YouTube, and I'm like, you should do, and I'm like, I just don't even.
Yeah.
You should do Zoom and
don't bark up and just jump in front. Hey guys, checking in. This is Zach. I just want to say, here's what you haven't thought of.
You want to utilize this? This is what you do. Yeah, so I don't want to, and then because then you become the guy too, you know what I mean? But they have IT guys for all that shit, so whatever. Same with your lady. That's why she's able to work from home and
cheers to the people that are able to work from home. Makes me wonder, are they just gonna be like, you know what, this is working well. You guys are much more efficient and productive. Why don't you just stay at home? Let's just.
When will that happen, though?
Let's just sell the
building.
When
will that happen? Like, come in. This is what's going on. Your first, 6 months, you have to stay in-house.
Yeah.
And then after that, once everything's good to go, because that's usually how it is anyway.
Other countries are doing it better than we have adapted to. A lot of Spain shortening their work week. Well, Spain, that's...
Well, don't even get me started with Canada and Sweden's fucking... what is it? Vacation periods they give to people.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
This is just it's unreal, dude.
Let's go, red, white, and blue. Buck it up, dude. Other people are, it's Stop competition, right? Beat them at something that's not crappy for a change. Come on.
But, yeah, totally. Nonetheless, though, speaking of the people, and the American people, and international abroad, whatever, the podcast, again, getting rave reviews, 40, 50 minutes, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
People.
I feel like we're getting there too. Commutes. We're around the corner from there.
You're right there. You're almost ready for your.
No, I'm gonna say a little bit. We got a couple more.
You're
things
almost there though.
Yeah.
About 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
But no, and that's good because that's what this is all about. Even right now, in kind of these rambling times.
Yeah.
What else are we talking about right now? There's not a lot of golf. It's all coronavirus.
I don't know the clinical term, but I'm pretty sure we're all just a little bit scooters in the head. That's it, really.
Yeah.
People are it's wearing on people and they're kind of losing their minds. But it gives us an opportunity to be creative, and that's why we want to do this. That's why we want to produce this album. We want to write songs and
yeah.
I heard you pulled out the hockey gear. You've been crushing it, getting your skates back, dude.
I didn't know.
Doing drills and
I didn't realize how much
monkey in the middle skills.
Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how much I needed that in my life. And it's always something. Well, it's funny enough. I went to Phil's house because I have a stick here.
Mm-hmm.
And then my lady, I got to show you her skates she just ordered.
Oh, man.
The whole nine.
So you got new wheels too coming?
Oh, I got new wheels coming. But I went to Phil's to get my stick, and he was like, oh, I chopped it up, And it was just like, oh, it's 10 years. I haven't pulled out my gear in days.
Has it been that long?
Yeah, I went to the studio, pulled out
10
my gear.
years.
Yeah. And, bro, the workouts I've been getting, I've been working out, through all this. I've been running, as of you. You've been getting down. But so I'll go for a 2-mile run in the morning.
Yeah.
My cousin Paul hits me up, and he's, let's go pass the puck around. Bro, we did it, like I told you, hour and a half workout of just monkey in the middle. With his daughter, who's a very, very, very great hockey player, dude. This little girl, 12 years old.
12.
She will spank a lot of adult males, dude. She's really good.
I knew a dude named 12 once.
Did you really?
Yeah. Oh. That's awesome, man. Hockey is so fun, bro. I played roller hockey when I was 12. I wish I could join you. Let's just say, bro, I had my fun with my stick for the past couple months. Made some skate videos, did some tricks, got my feet back, and then just crushed it all away with the broken leg. So I'm going to transfer that good stick energy to you, and you're going to take that and put it on the hockey.
Well, and that was my whole thing when I picked up the stuff. And I might even mention it. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Rink.
Because it was getting to the point where, I can't really golf. I chip in the backyard. I putt in the backyard. Why not? I got a putting
Nobody
green.
can. We can't. We're stuck.
But I can't get to the golf course, and that's where I want to be. So, and then with running and parks being closed and this and this and this, what am I going to do to get my extreme workout? And I'll tell you what, I thought my heart was going to collapse within the first 40 minutes of just passing the puck around.
It's beautiful.
And I told my cousin, too, I was like, I remember about 10 years ago, we were in the midst of this whole band thing, and I joined a league with some buddies. I got my cousin in when he got out of the pen, and we were doing the thing. But I missed the last 4 games into the playoffs, into the championship, which we went into.
Yeah.
Because of shows.
Yeah.
Right? Because we were in the 2011 or whatever the fuck, 10.
Yeah.
We were rocking hard.
Yeah.
And, hockey games didn't mean shit to me. But,
come back around full circle when there's nothing else. Yeah. I know those leagues won't be open for a while, but the fact that you could at least do drills and get caught up.
Yeah. So it had been a while. I bust out the gear and got some new wheels, like you said, because I realized the wheels were dead. And I don't know. Again, just more for the workout than anything. It's so awesome.
It's the whole package, man. I was breaking sweat skating more than I wasn't
exactly
comparable to when I'm doing my workouts at the gym, just because I'm having fun doing something I love. That's the beauty.
I didn't know
Bless
how much,
you. Bless you, child.
And same for you. And again,
why you got to wait for me to be injured to start an activity that I want to join you in?
Because Phil loves being a goalie, and I was like, get some gear out and let's do it, because technically with my lady and my cousin and his daughter, we got a 5-spot, dude. We got a goalie and a couple people to rip it on.
I'll be back.
I got some nets, but nonetheless, though, again, just for some workouts and to kill some time, and I didn't know how much I liked hockey. It's the same for mountain biking. If my bike wasn't broken, I'd be mountain biking right now. We'd be having a different conversation,
Yep.
Once Vern gets back into town, I'm gonna fix my bike.
Yeah.
But
no,
yeah.
I'm relegated to. There's 2 activities I figured I could do right now: pool and horseshoes. That's it.
Oh, you and horseshoes, you might buckle your.
Nah, I could lean on the right. I'll hurt myself more likely picking the shoes up out of the pit than I will throwing it.
Do you have a pool at your apartment complex?
Swimming pool?
Yeah.
No.
Oh man.
That would be nice. That's good.
Because there's no
workout.
pools open. Like there's no wide pools. Because right now with your knee being injured, swimming is the best way.
Swimming is the
best way to get that thing kind of
both pool, billiards, and swimming.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't even think I could play pool that well because of how you got to put that pressure on the. Yeah, I don't think I could do that. Horseshoes and putting. I've been putting on the carpet.
Yeah, you can putt all day.
Putt all day and chip.
And that's why we're here, man. Big golf.
Golf. We love it and we miss it. If you're listening, you miss it as much as we do.
Yeah. Well, keep doing what we're doing. We're watching our favorite vlogs and podcasts and all that stuff in the golf industry. Now more than ever, it seems like all of us are kind of stretching a little bit.
Yeah.
But there's some news, and hey, if nonetheless, you got some buddies getting out there doing their thing. And...
The big news is I'm about to tee off at East Lake tonight for the Atlanta Georgia Classic, which is the preparation before the Masters, bro. The Masters is next. So I'm going to be playing the Masters, a week before the actual Masters would start. So good on me.
I'm so bummed my PlayStation blew up. I got to figure some stuff out.
I do.
Well, hell, man.
Should we get out of here?
Oh, my God. 41 on the mark, dude. Every fucking time. Good God. The Magic Carpet Path Pride, folks. We're here for the people.
Yeah, by the people. With the
shout
people.
Shout out to the YouTube folks.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
No,
hey, brother.
No.
I can't even time it better myself. Head down.
Good vibes.
Good vibes. Anchor.fm.
MagicCarPathRide.MagicCarPathRide.
Dude, literally at Magic Carpet Path Ride at everything. YouTube, Anchor, Twitter, all of it. Get at us. Head down. Good vibes. We'll talk to you all in a couple days.